All right, welcome geometry to day one of chapter one. Today we're talking about points, lines, and planes, not the airplane that you would fly in, but a plane like a flat surface. So, starting out with a point, this is just kind of the basics of geometry. We'll kind of get into why we have geometry and why it's important, but a point is just a location. Okay, and that might seem a little weird, but a point is just a location. Like there's point A, there's point B, there's point C, and so on. It has no shape or size. It has no size nor shape. It's just a point. Point A, point B. Always use a capital letter with points. So for instance, we might say point A, or we might just say A. Just kind of depends, okay? That's how we label, all right? So with a line is made up of points, plural, more than one point, okay? So made up of points. Any 2 points form a line. So for instance, over here on the right side, we have point X and point Y, and they make a line when you go through there, okay? So a line has no thickness or width. It's just from one point to another, okay? And you name a line by any 2 points on the line or a lowercase script letter. So for instance, on the left here, we have line N, that little lowercase line, or more likely we'll name it with 2 points with an arrow above it to tell us that that is a line, okay? So a couple really important things to remember here. Collinear, okay? Collinear points that lie on the same line, okay? And then non-collinear points that do not lie on the same line, okay? There must be at least 3 lines or 3 points, okay, to be non-collinear, all right? Because 2 lines can make a line, but then I've got to have that 3rd point that's off of it, and that'll make sense once we have an example, okay? So a plane, like I said, it's not an airplane like you fly in. It's a plane like a flat surface. Okay? A plane is a flat surface made up of points. So the points make up that flat surface or are lying on that flat surface. Okay? Any 3 points make up a plane. A plane extends indefinitely in all directions. So if I had 3 points, like in our picture, I've got K, J, and L. Those 3 points have a flat surface that connects them, and then that flat surface can go as long as it needs to go. Okay, so name a point. You name a plane by any 3 non-collinear points. So non-collinear means they're not on the same line, or by an uppercase script letter. Okay, so for instance, a script letter is kind of like almost like cursive. It's fancy. So P with that little tail. Or more likely, we'll say plane K, J, L. Okay, plane J, K, L. So coplanar, another couple of important definitions. Coplanar, points that lie on the same plane. So you've seen 2 words here that are really important. Both of them have the word co. So if it has co, that means same. Coplanar, same plane. Collinear, same line. Non-coplanar, obviously, is the opposite. Okay, non-coplanar, points that do not lie on the same line, and that's going to be 4 points, because those 3 points, again, will lie on the same plane, but then you've got one other one that's not going to be on that same flat surface. All right? So let's look at couple examples here, or sorry, one more definition here. Intersections. Intersecting lines. Intersection in like on roads is where two roads cross each other, and that's the same way for geometry. Okay, two lines intersect at a point. Okay, so in our picture, they intersect. Line R and line S, they intersect at point P. Okay, and then two planes intersect at a line. Okay, so that's a little different concept here, but you've got two flat surfaces here. Okay, I've got this M surface and I've got L, and they intersect, they cross at this line right here. Okay, so that's intersections of lines and planes. All right, so let's go through some examples on the back side here. Okay, so looking at the picture, name these things. So it says 4 collinear points. Okay, 4 collinear points, I've got to have 4 points on the same line. So I don't have 3 points, I only have 3 points there. I only have 3 points there. But this line has 4 points. So I've got H, N, K, and I. Those are all on the same line. Line that contains M, I could either say P, or I could say MO with a line above it. Line that contains H and K, again, you could just name it HK, that'd be easy, or you can name it anything that could name that line. So I could really name it NK or NI. Okay, it really doesn't matter. Or I could just name it R. Any of those work. And then another name for line Q. So here's line Q here. Line Q could be named JL. Or you could name it KL, or you could name it LK, LJ, whatever it might be. And then the intersections of point lines P and R. Okay, lines P and R. Let's see where those are at. P is here, R is here, so where do they intersect? Right in the middle at K, point K. Okay, so hopefully that first section makes sense. Oh, I said that wrong, sorry. You're probably like, why is he silent? Okay. I said this was P. That's my bad. P and R intersect at N. Okay, now we're good. So let's go ahead and skip on down to number 3, and then I'll give you some practice on your worksheet. So 3 coplanar points. 3 coplanar points. So 3 points that are on the same flat surface. And you have a lot of options here. So what I'm going to do is choose 2 of them. So first of all, I've got this flat surface here. So you can kind of see the bottom of that pyramid has V, W, and X. Okay, those are 3 points that are coplanar. Or I could really pick any of the flat surfaces from the pyramid. So I'm going to pick this side, the kind of the right side of the pyramid, and those are also coplanar because it's a flat surface. So Z, X, and W make up that plane. Okay, so again, more than just one option here. A lot of correct answers. A plane containing X, you could either say a script R. Okay, X is on that bottom flat surface. You could call it XWV or R or any 3 points. Or I could have it on that same flat surface that I still have highlighted. Since X is part of this flat surface, I could name XZW that plane. Okay, so that's again up to you, but a lot of correct answers. Now, the intersection, letter C, the intersection of plane R and plane ZVY. So let's find ZVY first before we do anything. ZVY is going to kind of be this left side here of the triangle, or of the pyramid, I mean. Okay, kind of that left side. So if the left side is intersecting R, then since this is R, they intersect where that plane touches. So it's a flat line, like we said, line is the intersection. So VY would be that intersection. Okay, hopefully that makes a little sense. We can talk about that in class some more. How many planes appear in the figure? So this is a tough question, but it's a good question. I've got the front, the back, the side, the side. So that's 4. What about the bottom? Okay, so I've got 4 right now, and then the bottom is 1, but the bottom is part of this big one. Since it's the same flat surface, if you extend it out, that only counts as 1. So I've got the front, the back, the side, 4, and then 5 is that bottom one. Okay? 5 surfaces. And then how many planes contain point W? Okay, how many planes have point W? So I've got W is on the big flat surface on the bottom. That's 1. W is also part of the side here, and it's also part of the front here. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, and 3. And it's not part of the back or the left side. Okay, so hopefully that practice makes a little sense. Again, see how you can do on the one you're looking at. Keep in mind intersection, things like that. But your homework is to go ahead and try that worksheet that has 3 different pictures with multiple questions to answer on each. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.